Hey guys, Jet Sparks here. Man, well, I woke up to some of the most interesting news ever, and of course, I think, I'm still using StreamYard, and at this point, I think I'm not going to use it anymore, but because it's nigh impossible. Heck, just trying to go live was getting annoying because the screen just kept popping up and everything. But yes, as everybody all knows here, sorry, just gotta get rid of this other program that's up here. Yes, everyone, we have the Switch 2. It has now been officially revealed, and yes, there have been leaks about it for months. Yes, has officially been revealed. But I'm gonna say it to everyone here. This actually really was kind of expected, but also unexpected because I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. I've only got the original Switch I've only had only had the original Switch for under a year. And yeah, I will say, yeah, the original Switch, it's really good. It's a really good system. I mean, I was a little late to the party from it. And I want to give a shout out to my friend Bear64 for sending me this. And again, I know you've already seen how much I've sucked on Bears' streams about when playing Smash Bros. And I played Mario Party with him as well, and Mario Kart. But other than that, again, this thing it has really been such a great thing to have. I mean, heck, I even took it with me on numerous trips when I was driving down to Tennessee, and heck, even last Christmas when I went down there to visit family. It's really good. It's a really good thing to have with you, and I'm glad that you could just fly this carry on and whatnot. But the fact that the new one is now revealed, and it's just like I barely had any time with this thing at all. I just barely got it, and I've been late to the party. But yeah, the Switch 2 is now a thing, and right there from the onset, it was a small little teaser they showed that it's the Joy-Cons in the tablet screen itself have been ergonomically altered based on what we could see here. I know I'm just using the thumbnail of it, but yes, from what it revealed, yes, it locks together magnetically instead of the little rails that come off on the Switch with the Joy-Cons. So you just put it on here, slide it on, and it clicks in place. But now you can just have that little you can just plop them on with little magnets and whatnot. So yeah, it's a nice little design. But other than that, I mean, the only thing I can really say that was the perfect thing about the Switch, and I know it's just going to continue with the new Switch, is that it's just so ergonomic, and it's so versatile. I mean, you can play on tabletop mode with like just plopping the thing on your thing and play with the little Joy-Cons. I had that for a while, and just this Christmas, Bears actually sent me a pro controller, and honestly, this is the best controller I have ever played with. I mean, other than the weird button placements with like the A button on the side, and I mean, I've been playing with it so much. It's like when I go back to like playing a PS4 or Xbox controller, I'm always hitting like this little side button every time to confirm something. It's just like I've gotten so used to it because like the Switch has pretty much been the only thing I've been consistently playing like since I have been back from the holidays. And yeah, I mean, and that's the whole thing. Other than writing, I've been doing. There's just not really much else, but yeah, the Switch has it's really just changed my life about playing games. I mean, I could just do it every time, and I could just plop it onto my TV, play it in handheld mode. it was just. Sorry, I'm so sorry about that. Forgot to. Oh man, I'm already screwing up with this video already. I'm sorry. I have not streamed in like months. I haven't done this in a while. And plus, StreamYard is just like it's driving me nuts. And I see why a lot of people are going to Avex, even though there's problems with it too. But yeah, the whole thing is the Switch 2 is it's just things they just only made some slight incremental changes with it. I mean, it's still largely the same. You still got the Joy-Cons, you got the tablet screen, but it's a little bit larger. So I'd say it looks like it's about the size of the Steam, almost close to the size of the Steam Deck now, pretty much. And yeah, I mean, now these type of like these tablet consoles are kind of taking over at this point because since the Switch came around, it was such an ergonomic design. And yeah, people started copying the design. Now people are like the idea of are now going with the idea. Gone are the days of the Game Boy with a LED screen, and now now you could take these games on the go, and you can play more larger and more expansive games on the go with the Steam Deck and with the Switch. It's just like it changes a lot of people's perception on gaming, and now it's just something that you can do because now we have hybrid consoles. You can just plop it onto your TV and you can play it that way, or you could just take it in handheld mode and just play it this way. And it's always just something to have. And again, Nintendo, you guys did a great job with this. And I mean, it's just more of the same. I just hope it doesn't cause the same type of brand confusion that the Wii and the Wii U did. And the Wii U was just the failed prototype of the Switch. But yeah, it's really showing that all this stuff now with like again with the Joy-Con, with all these Joy-Cons here. Of course, you got the blue things, but now it's just all black, so it looks a little sleeker. But again, all it's really showing is that we did see a small reveal of a brand new Mario Kart game. That's about the only thing we saw. And my guess is it's okay. Yeah. Yes. Hello, Jill. Yes, the Switch 2 has been revealed. Yes. And the thing is with it is that we're probably going to be seeing it like Nintendo already officially revealed. So mark your calendars for this, people. April 2nd of this year. So if they're gonna reveal more details about the Switch at that Nintendo Direct, I guarantee you, like we're gonna be seeing a fall or holiday release for the Switch 2. That's guaranteed. And yeah, I mean, all it showed in this small little reveal trailer, other than probably teasing a new Mario Kart game, is that it will upscale and you can play like Nintendo. You can play. There will be exclusives Nintendo. There will be exclusive Switch 2 games, and then there will be. Of course, you can already play like Nintendo. You can already play like your older Nintendo Switch games. You can play like Metroid Dread. You can play all Mario Kart 8, Mario Party Jamboree, Superstars, all those old classic Switch games on the Switch 2. So it is backwards compatible to some extent, but I think third party games are gonna be a little harder to deal with unless it's like unless you got games fully digital, because recently I had gotten Proteus on the Switch, so there's a possibility. So if anyone ever gets a Switch down the road, if you got any digital third party games, they can easily be transferred over, most likely. But overall, guys, I mean, sure, this is probably a short video and there's not really much to say other than that it has been revealed, but this is looking good. I mean, I know a lot of people were anticipating it, but I just see it as this is just more of the same. I know, yeah, and again, they're gonna still go with the exclusivity thing, where there are some games that will only work on the Switch 2. Yeah, cartridges, but I think they'll be upped more because I already know that. Let me plop out one of the cartridges I have in here. I know I plopped one in because I think I was going to think about playing it later. And yeah, I have I have Metroid Dread in my Switch currently. So if you get a Switch 2 and you got a physical like Metroid game, I think like exclusive Nintendo Switch games like Metroid, Mario Kart. But if you got like third party games, that might not actually work, because it even said that in the trailer. It actually said that some certain games may not actually work. I will need 2 of them. My son is already jazzed. I bet he is. I mean, I know a lot of people, especially a lot of Nintendo fans, are going to be happy. Yeah, but again, knowing them, I'm not holding my breath, because again, the net code for Nintendo Switch Online is very hit or miss. But they need to have people work on this stuff for them. But we already know that, again, the idea of console exclusivity is kind of falling apart. Nintendo and PC are probably the last platforms that are actually doing the idea, because there are certain games you can only play on PC, and there are some games you can only play on Nintendo Switch. Like, the idea of exclusivity is kind of dying. I mean, heck, there's rumors saying that games like Halo Infinite are coming to PlayStation 5. So really, the whole muddiness about it is, again, really furthering the idea that it does not matter what platform you play on, just as long as there's a good collection of games. And again, all the console keyboard warriors are up in arms and going crazy. But back in the day, in like say the 6th generation, yeah, you had like everybody was bringing their A game. Everybody had their own exclusives. Everybody had their own stuff. You had people. The most popular game back during like the time of the 6th generation, the most popular game was World of Warcraft. And then again, you had games like Halo on Xbox. You had Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube. And then you also had, like, of course, dozens of games like Ratchet and Clank on PS2. So you had a lot of amazing games on all those platforms, and some of them were just 100% exclusive. But it is still that, I mean, Switch 2, yeah, you're gonna have you're gonna have games that are only gonna work for just the Switch 2, but you can't play those Switch 2 games on the original Switch because they're not as compatible. That's pretty much what the Switch Lite already is, Lady Hulk. It's basically just a lighter alternative for the the Switch Lite was just built for kids. I mean, I even considered just getting the Switch Lite, but having the normal Switch is good because I can swap between plopping it down. I mean, you probably may need to get like one of those third party docks for a Switch Lite, but other than that, I don't think there's going to be much of a refresh, because this is probably going to be the future moving forward with the Switch. And I know, yeah, people will still buy Switches, but I'm not sure how people are going to perceive this. I mean, if you got the money to afford the new Switch 2 and you're looking forward to it, you probably are going to be made, and you could just play your old. I mean, you probably just have to sell your old Switch just to get the Switch 2, and you don't need to sell all your games. You can just get new. You can just buy. I mean, again, because they already said that your original Switch games, especially if they're like the first party ones, yeah, those will 100% work. But third party ones, because I think the only third party ones I've got are Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom, and the Star Wars Jedi Academy games collection that's on Switch that Bears got for me. But yeah, like the whole thing is, though, the Switch 2 has been revealed. It's coming, and again, we're gonna get more details on it from the Nintendo Direct in April. So yeah, I think the Switch 2 Lite will just be as powerful as the current Switch. Yeah, I mean, like a cheaper. And again, yeah, the Switch Lite is just gonna be it's just gonna be a cheaper alternative. And I know that might be the more powerful, the more popular option, maybe. But it only depends on what the pricing for the Switch 2 is going to be, because yeah, I already know one thing. Just like consoles are expensive, and I really cannot afford to like buy new consoles. Heck, I can't even afford. I mean, I want to invest in a gaming PC. Yeah, that's all it really is. And I mean, the only other thing about it is that it, like, instead of the rails on the instead of the rails that the Joy Cons go on here on the original Switch, now I think you can magnetically lock them on this time. So there's a massive little change up with that. But overall, guys, I mean, this is something that most people, either people are gonna like that. I'm not sure. People are probably going to be liking this. Other people might be. There might be certain things that people might be up in arms about, like maybe the idea of the Switch compatibility thing might be something, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I just think, yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts that it's been revealed, and it looks, I will say, it looks very sleek. And I do like the idea that, yeah, it's just a bigger screen. You can magnetically lock the Joy-Cons on, and they did make it easily transparent that, yeah, they will tell you that the Switch Switch 2 will have its own exclusive games, but it also can be compatible with original Switch games. But again, only the first party ones. Third party, that may not actually work. But overall, everyone, I'm really glad to know that, yeah, Switch 2 is like the PS2. Yeah, let's just hope that Nintendo doesn't get too big for their britches, just like Sony did, because Sony, they're really kind of they only seem to flop more or less with their odd number consoles. Yeah, I excited to see the UI, and hopefully there's more customization. Maybe we'll have to wait and see, but then again, they could just change up the thing. But overall, people, again, this is just my thoughts. Thank you all for watching. See you guys next time. And happy 2025. I know it's already been 16 days since New Year started, but thank you all for watching. May God, the Force, and the power protect you always. See ya.